Hi, I'm Steven Montez. First of all, I would like to do a quick shout out to two very important people. One is Mr. Big Dog Tons, Brett Tons, O-lineman, Colorado football. Number two is the Mantis, Casey Marksberry, quarterback, Colorado football.
Steven, now that we got that out of the way.
All right. Go ahead, guys. He's not in his sweatshirt with his hat over. Like.
Is that a good thing?
So I'll let you go with the first question.
Oh, you let me go with the first question? Okay, offensive line. How much is time management key to this time of year as a student athlete?
It's huge.
Yeah?
We got finals, you know, trying to, coaches having everybody aim for a 2.5 GPA or higher. So, you know, it's huge just trying to get the schoolwork done and focus on the court. We're here to be a student athlete, not just play ball.
Are we sweating that a little bit?
Nah.
No? Okay, good.
Freshman year is easy, though. He don't get that. You know, the good teams, the ones that make it deep.
Coach Will,
that might be the first ever.
I think.
Yeah, the first ever.
It was.
Thoughts on Bryce Bobo? I mean, it seems like the guy, you know, kind of a clown.
He doesn't do anything. He's always just playing around. He's one of those guys that you just can't depend on most of the time.
Oh.
But
can we talk about that real quick? Just the licensed shooting.
I beat a green light player right there.
Yeah.
Dom Collier.
Dom,
I beat him. Dom, wave to the camera. He a little shy. Don't worry about that. He a little shy. I just beat Dom in sevens. If y'all know what sevens, that's 3-point competition. So yeah, I beat Dom.
Okay.
40% shooter.
So is that licensed shooting new this year?
Yeah, it's new.
Talk to me about it. What's required?
You gotta make a certain amount of threes. You can try as many times as you want before November 10th.
Before November 10th?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't shoot?
Yeah, I mean, per se. There's a yellow light, there's a green light. Yellow light, you can shoot if you open. Green light, you can let it fly. So,
okay. All right, I like that.
I just beat a green light.
Makes you earn it, though.
Yeah.
Dallas, how nice is it when Dom shows some emotion? Dom's a pretty mellow guy. He's a pretty easygoing guy. How nice is it?
He's a mellow guy, so I love it. I love it when he gets fired up. I mean, kind of like even when I'm kicking out to him, I'm like, all right, that's cash, because I know he's mad. He wants to get going, and we all have faith in him.
Did you guys see the USC-Stanford game last night? The result?
Absolutely. That was a great game. The last two possessions were crazy.
What do you take from a game like that, where you get beat late in the shot clock after scoring with like 5 seconds left?
I think USC was up like 15 and a half or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Stanford, maybe even a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Stanford got up to 11-0 start. So, you know, you just got to keep playing. And I think USC, after they scored the bucket, guys weren't matched up. And so the guy who hit the last shot, the freshman, he was wide open pretty much.
Shout out them freshmen, man. Shout out them freshmen. All the freshmen are
Pac-12 Player of the Week, McKinley Wright.
Ooh.
Pac-12, first CU Buffs freshman, I think.
Really?
Pac-12 Player of the Week. Thoughts on that? Thoughts on him?
Proud of him.
Oh, yeah, that's what he do. That's what he do.
Picking Denver, obviously, personnel, I'm sure, played into your decision. Will you talk about the decision to come play alongside Jokic and the young core that Denver has here?
Yeah, I mean, just seeing knowing how good he is and how he gets his players, guys involved. It made it easy for me. I mean, I feel like over the years I worked too hard to get, you know, and especially on the offensive end, and to have a guy like that who can make the game easier for you. I mean, that's always great.
You're talking about last year's team being extremely unselfish, and from playing pickup, these guys have been as well.
Right.
What are the characteristics of an unselfish team?
Just that, you know, willing to give up a good shot for a great shot, willing to pass the ball when guys open. Just the personalities. I think the personalities matter. The personalities of these guys are very unselfish.
What does Coach Mullen kind of talk to you about, maybe what he sees your role coming in here as being?
Just leadership, helping out on the defensive end. I think that me and him has an we have an open door policy where he wants me to come talk to him when I see something, and to help him in that aspect, because he's a very humble guy, man. You know, not many coaches have that type of policy where you can go talk to him about something that you see that's wrong or whatever, or right. You know, and he's one of those guys, so that says a lot about who he is.
He was just talking about how defense is a huge priority heading into training camp. From what you've seen, how does this team improve defensively?
Mentality and attitudes. I think that you have to have that attitude. You have to have a defensive mindset. And if we can have that mindset with the unselfishness that we got and playing together, I think that translates over, and you could be a really good defensive team right now.
This team missed the playoffs by a very slim margin last year, but the conference that it plays has got a lot better. The West is much better this season. Just your take on maybe the overall view of the Western Conference this year.
My overall view is, I mean, it's got tougher. It's tough, but I think that, especially for us as a young group, we need that challenge on a nightly basis. I think that's going to say a lot about who we are, and we can't take any nights off. You know, we have to stay focused, and I think that, I mean, it helps us out.
From what you've seen so far playing pickup, what makes this team hard to guard?
The unselfishness and just the basketball IQ that these guys have. Even the younger guys, I mean, they're smart players. They know how to play the game right.
Talk about the backcourt just a little bit. You played with some younger players in the backcourt in your career. Gary and Jamal have really come on and kind of solidified themselves this season heading in as guys who can really contribute. Can you just touch a little bit on what you see from them and the development they have to make?
Yeah, I mean, just see how hard they work. I think that's the main thing. I mean, they work incredibly hard. And anytime as a young guy you work that hard, I mean, the game becomes easier year in, year out. And with their smarts and how they play, and the coaching that they have, I mean, it's easy for them to be really good players.
Just talk a little bit about your expectations heading into this season. I mean, this is a team, last year Jameer was telling me they expected to make the playoffs, 6 or 7 seed, but fell short of that. What do you feel the expectations are heading into 2017?
I've always had high expectations, man. The harder the better. I think that if we can be playoffs, I think that's, I mean, hopefully we make the playoffs. We'll make the playoffs. So, and what we do after that, I think, is going to be really big for us. And I think before even we do that, I think most important for us is, are we getting better on a nightly basis? Are we getting better at practices? Especially with the younger guys that we have, I think we have to have a get better approach every single time we step on that court, whether that's practice or games. And if we have that approach, I guarantee you we'll be 5, 6, 7 seed easy.
How has your first half of a season gone here at the university?
I mean, it's going great. When you do special teams, you learn a lot. You humble yourself. You just do anything to help the team out. So, I'm really glad my uncle's keeping me, steady. So, it's going great right now.
Being able to be a contributor right away on special teams, is that important to you? And how, I guess, what's your mentality?
I mean, at the end of the day, you want to be a contributor in anything you do. You want to be the best. So if I'm doing punt return, punt block, all that, you got to be the best at it. And I want to be the best at it. So I'm going to go hard every time.
You've also obviously had that kick return position as well. How cool is that for you? I mean, listen, I know that since the rules changed, you don't get a ton of opportunities, but having you and Ronnie back there, are you starting to feel a little bit more comfortable back there? I mean,
honestly, I've been returning kicks since I was 5 years old, so, it's natural, but at the same time, it's different in college level. You got to read the schemes, everybody running full speed, everybody's bigger, so now you got to watch huddle every day, so it's a big deal. So, to me, personally, I love it.
You've also been involved in the offensive
Yes, sir.
Have you kind of gotten your feet wet a little bit and seen what the difference is speed-wise? Because I imagine in high school nobody could touch you. So now when you get here, you're still real quick.
Yes, sir.
But have you noticed the game speed kind of take another jump?
I mean, honestly, that's what you got fall camp for. So fall camp, I was going with the 1s and 2s. So going against our 1s defense really, kept me steady. But at the same time, I'm full speed too. So speed haven't changed for me. I'm always going full speed. Been doing that since high school. And DeSoto, if y'all would know, you got to go full speed in practice. So I'm used to it.
How was the first snow for a Texas kid? I always enjoy seeing the Cali and the Texas kids who see their first snow and their first cold weather, and it's the beginning of October. How'd that feel when you woke up?
Honestly, when this snowed yesterday, they said that's not even snow.
No.
That's my first time seeing it, and I had J's on. That's my snowing shoes. So everybody else was like, where your boots at?
Right.
I ain't got no boots.
Right.
It don't snow in Texas. So, it was good to witness that because now you see something different. That's why you come to Colorado, experience different things. Being coached by Coach Mack, being taught to be the best, he gonna push you no matter what. So it's all the reason why you do things.
How about the academic side? I mean, everybody obviously with football you have so much pressure on you, especially with the expectations this program now has. But just acclimating academically can be a challenge. How have you done with that, and are you starting to ease into it now?
I mean, honestly, I can't lie to y'all. My parents back home don't play that, so
I
gotta be on my stuff. And plus, Coach Mack and Miss Katie, if you don't do that, you get a grade report, and I don't want no coach to get a grade report about me because then they can't trust me. So the best idea I can tell y'all, just stay on it, you know, keep your head down and just make sure you put everything on the times management schedule.
So you've already had that down.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know,
had that down.
My uncle talked about it every day. You know, he been through it and I haven't. So just listen to him, and then when you come to college, you see it. You just see it and be like, dang, he was right all the time.
What's it been like kind of being, is it kind of like being a younger brother to Shea, Bryce, and Devin? You and Visca kind of well, they're seniors, you guys are freshmen. Is it just kind of the passing? How much are you learning from them?
I mean, we learning a lot. You know, honestly, even though, you know, things ain't going right this season, but at the same time, we getting better every week. And that's what you want. You know, everything happens for a reason, but you never know what could be the reason. And all this is just bringing us closer together, building us a bond. Even Coach Mack said it. You're going to hear things outside, but at the same time, soon we come together, it's going to happen. And it's listen to the Shea, they legends here, you know. Shea broke records. So now he paved the way for us. So now me and Visca trying to break all them records.
So is it kind of nice? I've seen you having a good time with those guys, smiling and, you know, pre-games having a good time. So is it kind of helpful to have those guides in your first year here?
Oh, yes, sir. You know, that's why you come to Colorado, too. Another thing, you know, you want to go and play, but at the same time, you want to go and learn, you know, see it for yourself. And once you go and practice, you compete with them, you know, it's all a brotherhood.
Right. You won so much in high school. Now you come your first college season, a lot of expectations. And like you said, the season hasn't gone the way you guys thought that it would. Have you seen, it seems like there's a resiliency, though, in this team. Everybody's kind of bonded together during this time.
And honestly, you see that, but at the same time, you don't plan that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know why being 3-3 could build us so close. But that's just how it works, just how this world works. And we're really thankful for it. You know, we don't plan to lose 3 games or any more games, but at the same time, this what brought us closer, and we love to, you know, have this bond.
So what's the mentality then the rest of the season? You have 6 games over with, obviously 0-3 start in conference. Disappointed, but are you super motivated?
Oh yeah, we motivated. You know, we not losing no more. Second, it's a 1-0 goal every week. You know, from here on out, we're not looking ahead, we're not looking behind us. It's a new week. Let's get it.
How glad are you that you picked Colorado? It seems like you really like it here.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? I prayed about it. God picked it for me, and then my uncle helped me out. And you know, you see things. A lot of freshmen don't like to be in this predicament, but at the same time, it's building me into a man too. So I thank Coach Mack for that, and I thank for being patient, because patient is hard. But at the same time, you learn it, and that's one thing you want to do in this world: learn, because football can go away just like that.
Off the field, what's KD like off the field? If you have free time, which you rarely do as a student athlete, what you doing?
I mean, honestly, watching Odell and Floyd Mayweather. You can ask this whole building, and they'll tell you I'm an Odell fan. It's 6. I'm so sick right now that he hurt. But at the same time, everything happens for a reason. So just know he's going to bounce back. That's why I wear 13 right now.
There we go. KD next.